King of the Demon Realm. I'm gonna get into why Dabura is one of the biggest wasted characters in Dragon Ball, and why he had a lot of potential. Dabura being the King of the Demon Realm, he was a real jabroni. I mean, he got treated pretty badly in the actual show. I just think Dabura could have been handled so much better. Maybe a little bit like the androids in the Cell Saga led up to Cell. You know, it started off as the androids being the threat, and then eventually Cell came around and he became the threat. I think Dabura could have played a similar role, and that would have been cool to see. His fight with Gohan, I think, should have been way more serious, because we all knew, like, you know, Vegeta and Goku could just jump in, and you know, we had a feeling that they could pretty much beat the shit out of Dabura, right? Now, I think if Dabura would have been massively stronger, like, not just a little bit stronger than Gohan, but like actually legit, like on Super Saiyan 3 level or something, that would have actually made things a lot more interesting. Also, I think the fight with Dabura versus Gohan also had amazing scenery. You know, it had a very creative landscape. It was supposed to mimic Dabura's demon realm, apparently. I mean, it was very cool to see. Looked very evil. You know, it looked like a very evil place or planet or realm of existence. I believe the abilities of Dabura is what really set him apart from previous Dragon Ball villains. Before that, we had Frieza and Cell, which were just, you know, very powerful beings, but Dabura was one of those, you know, different type of villains where he was using fire breath, you know, very typical satanic and demonic attacks, really, and like mythological things like spitting on you and turning you into stone instead of, you know, Medusa looking at you and turning you into stone. So I do think there are very interesting things about Dabura that haven't really been explored to the fullest of extents. Now, what's also interesting is Dabura's origins. He kind of comes from the Demon Realm, which is a place in Dragon Ball we know very little of. The Kais can't even really reach into it with their vision, and we all know Kais can basically look at anything, anywhere, anytime. Dabura was also considered to be the strongest in the Demon Realm, which, I mean, that's quite a title. Since Dabura had the title of King of the Demon Realm and he looked like Satan, I think that would have been a pretty fitting moment to just kind of let Vegeta look back at all of his past sins and now how he's changed and how he's completely turned his life around, because there has been a lot of change, man. Vegeta is a changed man, and it could have also played into the psychology of Vegeta, which basically kind of brings me back to when Vegeta was was evil. He was pretty much killing kids. Bang. Also, the first actual encounter the Z Fighters get with Dabura is a very serious one. But sadly, he didn't really live up to it, because either way, Majin Buu was going to make him look like a jabroni anyway, which would have only put Buu at a higher pedestal. So, then again, I'm kind of a fan of Buu and Fat Buu, which I will actually make a video about, because I think a lot of people mistake that character for being absolute trash, and, you know, I just have to disagree. So I'll probably make a video on that later on, but yeah, I have no problem with Buu completely beating the piss out of Dabura. I mean, that pretty much wraps it up. I just found Dabura to be a very interesting, underrated character that really was pretty cool and never really fully utilized beyond when he got his shit wrecked by Buu. I mean, so much for the coolness and the title of King of the Demon Realm when, well, this happens. I want to thank you all for watching, and if you got any video ideas that you want to see from me, or anything Dragon Ball related you want to see from me, man, tell it in the comments, okay? This is my first Dragon Ball video in a long, time, you know, actually discussing the series, so whatever you guys want to see me do a video about, I'll gladly abide by it, so leave some feedback in the comments below, and that's pretty much it, so yeah, bye!